there are all kinds of things we grow in our garden that are edible, but just don't work very well in cooking. You can't do much with them other than maybe make shortbread out of them. But they're amazing in drinks, and you can do a lot with them. So I would include in this category scented geranium, which comes in a lot of different flavors. Some of you are gardeners. I see a few nods, like some of them smell like roses, some of them smell like nutmeg, some of them smell like pineapple. Very diverse. Lavender, which we were drinking tonight. Lemon verbena, which is delightful and gives a nice citrus flavor to a drink without adding too much citrus juice. So if you don't want the acidity of the citrus juice, but you want the flavor, lemon verbena is great for that. And what you can do, and again, you don't have to write this down. I have tons of stuff like this on my website. I ran out of space in the book. So if you go to drunkenbotanist.com, there's lots more recipes and things you can grow in your garden, stuff like that. So, but anyway, what you can do is you can make a simple syrup with equal parts sugar and water, heat it on the stove until the sugar melts. If you're making a fruit simple syrup, like let's say you want to make raspberry simple syrup or something like that, you can cook the fruit with the sugar. You can let all that stuff cook together and simmer and then strain it when it's done. But if you're using fresh green herbs, don't add them until after you've turned the heat off. The thing about fresh herbs is that these wonderful flavor molecules that we like so much really break down in the presence of heat. It's why if you're cooking with basil, you add it at the end. There's no point putting it in at the beginning, right? The flavors are just gone. So you put it on at the end. So that would be true for something like scented geraniums or lavender or lemon verbena, anything like that. Wait till you've turned the heat off. As it's cooling down, throw the fresh herbs in, let it steep, strain it out. You can store it in the fridge. It's sugar water, so it's not going to keep forever. But if you add a little splash of vodka as a preservative, that will kill the bacteria. It will. It'll kill the bacteria. You can keep it longer. You can stick it in the freezer, make it last a little longer. I was put on the spot not long ago. I was giving a talk at a spa, one of my difficult gigs that I do these days. And they asked me to kind of invent something on the spot, and I was in one of those kitchens, like a show kitchen kind of thing. And they had some lavender, so I just made a lavender simple syrup, just lavender thrown in with sugar and water, heat it, let it cool. I kind of had to do that part ahead of time. And this drink, all it was that lavender simple syrup and a little vodka and a little spritz of lemon juice and club soda. That was it. And people loved it. They really flipped out over it. So you do something like this, and your guests are just going to be blown away. They're just going to think you're a genius, and there's really nothing to it. But great in gin drinks, great in vodka drinks, because that's pretty neutral palate, and you can put those flavors on top of it. The reason citrus gets used so much in drinks, by the way, is that citrus elevates and amplifies the floral notes in a drink. And it also works that way in perfume. So if any of you wear, really well-made perfume, it has citrus in it to boost the floral notes so you can actually smell them. And so that's why there's a lot of drinks have a little bit of citrus in it. It makes it easier for you to taste those other flavors.